Hi guys, this is Sydney. Today I am here to film a get ready with me. I'm actually heading out for a dinner with my husband because it's my birthday. I'm turning 27 here. I'm 28 in Korean age, but I'm turning 27 today. And I don't usually do anything big for my birthdays, but I did have like a mini birthday party with my friends last week. And today's just going to be a birthday dinner with my husband. So first things first, I'm gonna grab a cotton pad and a toner to tone my skin like always. And this is the Essence Toner by PYUNKANG, which I've been using a lot. Like the name suggests, it is like an essence toner, so once you kind of pour it out, it does have that kind of slippery feeling of highly concentrated essence, but once you put it on a cotton pad and wipe it on the skin, it does absorb into the skin really quickly. And because of that sort of essence-like consistency, I find it to be a lot more moisturizing than other regular toners, so I've been using this a lot to just wipe my skin like this first all over, which is actually really refreshing. And then I would turn it over to the other side, and using whatever's left in the cotton pad, I would just pat it all in. From what I've heard, this only has like 7 essential ingredients. Yeah, so I think the brand really focuses on the key ingredients for the skincare and nothing else. So I find it to be super gentle on my skin and not irritating at all. So I've been using this a lot as like a regular toner, but also with these sort of cotton pads to create my own kind of moisturizing face sheet masks. That's what I've actually used quite a lot. I've used that much already, and I haven't had this for long. You can't really see because the bottle's like dark blue, and because of that essence like consistency, you don't really need to apply a separate essence or ampule, especially because it's getting hotter too. But I'm only gonna use the tiniest amount of the ampule I use all the time, which is the Propolis light ampule. I'll just take 1 pump for the entire face, which is not a lot compared to what I used to use during the colder months. And I'm only gonna apply it in the areas where I actually need it, which is like the lower sort of half of my face. I don't really need it on my forehead. And I'm gonna pat that in too. And as for the cream, I've gone back to using my old favorite cream, which is the Toleriane Ultra by La Roche-Posay. And like the ampule, I'm only gonna use a tiny amount of it and just really make it sink into the skin by using the heat of my hand. I'm so happy that it is actually bright enough for me to film. It's like 6 p.m. now and it's so bright, which I'm really happy about. So speaking of how bright it is outside, I'm gonna apply this sunscreen by YSL, and this is the Blanc Pure Couture UV Protection SPF 50 plus PA+++++, which I find to go on so well under the makeup. It is very moisturizing, but not oily, I would say. I mean, this could be oily if you have oily skin, but to me, this is like perfect. And I'm making sure to apply a generous amount of it. And another thing I really like about this sunscreen is, considering how much I've just applied on my face, it applies so quickly. So that is the skincare done, and I'm gonna move on to the makeup. To start off the makeup, I think I want to skip the glowy base today because I feel like my skin's already looking pretty glowy after the skincare. So I'll be moving on to the BB cream and the foundation I want to use today. I'll firstly take this Missha 초보양 BB cream in the shade 21, and this also has SPF 30 PA++. I've started using this to kind of get rid of the redness on my skin because I feel like it's been quite red recently because it's getting hotter and also with like the hyperpigmentation on my skin. So I'm gonna take that first, and then I'll be mixing with a small amount of the Dior Forever Skin Glow foundation in 0.5N to sort of match my skin tone better. And I'll be taking that with this Dior 11 brush, which is one of my favorite brushes. I like how it's slightly on the fluffier side. So I'll take that from the center of my face outwards. And I've been really loving this BB cream. Using Missha's BB cream again reminds me of the time when I first started doing my makeup because I was obsessed with their BB cream and their glowy makeup base. I think it's because I couldn't afford the MAC strobe cream, so I always went for the Missha one. I think I used it for quite a while and I used to be obsessed, so using this BB cream kind of reminds me how good Missha is with their BB cream, and I just love how natural it looks on the skin with such a natural glow but a decent coverage to kind of even out the skin tone like that. I'll do the same on this side, which I think I have a bit more redness. I think it looks a lot more pale on this side because windows like that. I think if you have good skin you could definitely get away with just this BB cream. So that's the BB cream on, and with whatever's left on the back of my hand, I'm gonna take a pump of the Dior foundation, like so, and I'll be mixing those two together. I've been doing this with any sort of foundation I fancied using that day, and I found it to work amazingly with all of those foundations I tried it with. I think I'm gonna start using BB creams more because I feel like they just sit more comfy on the skin throughout the day, and I feel like I just don't feel bad about having makeup on my face for such a long time if I'm wearing a BB cream that day instead of a foundation. So the foundation and the BB creams are on, and I'll be taking this is one of my old favorites as well. It's the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, which I used to use all the time when I first started doing YouTube, and I just washed this so it's damp, and I'll be grabbing the leftover foundations with the sponge and just push everything in. And this way it's gonna get rid of the brush marks but also makes the base makeup to last a lot longer on my skin rather than just using the brush and then move on to the rest of the makeup. Just really pushing it in. And then I'm gonna use a really small amount of concealer. To do that, I'll take this Bia Last Concealer in number 2 Natural Beige with this, the Tulip 222 brush. And I'll grab the sponge once again to really push the concealer. I don't know why I stopped using this sponge because compared to, like, let's say Beauty Blender, since it has that flat side, it's really good to like push the product into the skin. I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty Universal powder to powder my eyelids and my brows. I used to struggle so much with my eye makeup budging when I first started doing makeup, and I just want to tell my old self to always powder the eyelids and the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to fill in my brows in first using the contouring powder I'll be using today. This is the Rare Kind one, and I'll grab the lightest and the most ashy shade with this, the Tulip 205 Eye Smudge brush. I'll take that to fill in the base of the brows. And I'll take the Bia Last Auto Eyebrow Slim in number 2 Dark Brown to shape my brows. And do the tails too. And then, as for the eyeshadows, I think I want to take this 3C face blush in Nude Peach, which I've been using a lot as like a really soft base eyeshadow to give like a really light wash of peachiness, like pastely peachiness on the eyes. I've actually hit pen on it. I'm not sure if you can see that. Oh yeah, you can. This I've been using non-stop as a blush, but also as like a base eyeshadow, like I said. And I just think it's awesome. It's like a staple in my makeup collection. And as you can see, it's really like a light wash. And I'll take the same on the bottom lash line. and I think I actually want to go for more peachy base. So I'll take this 3C face blush in Peach Splash, which is a lot more sort of a vibrant and less pastel peach than nude peach. But I'll take that one with this Dior 21 brush and sort of pack more peachiness on the eyes. And the reason why I think these blushes are great as like these base eyeshadows is that it's not as pigmented as regular eyeshadows. So you can definitely go light with it, or you could choose to kind of build it up. I'll be taking I'm using a lot of 3C products today. I'll be taking my Holy Grail eyeshadow, which is the Overtake palette. And for some reason I want to go with like shimmery eyelids today. So I'll be taking this color, which I don't tend to use a lot from this palette. So I'll take that and pack it on the lids. This is a MAC 239S brush. This reminds me of the, what are those? The Shine Fix eyes, which I used to be obsessed. I literally was obsessed that I had to get all the shades from the collection. And that is a long time ago, like 5 years ago. And then I think I want to blend that out using the peachy shade, Peach Splash. This is a Morphe E22 brush, which is like a tapered blending brush. So it's really good at getting into the crease. To kind of blend that shade out whilst adding more peachiness there. How many times am I going to say peach today? There's quite a bit of fallouts because they are like glittery eyeshadows, but I'm going to clean them later. So I'll move back to the palette and grab my favorite shade from the palette, which is this scent shade. And this is like a super random brush, which just says base shadow. Then I'm going to pack that color in the outer corner. This honestly reminds me of my old favorite eye makeup look, like bronzy, smoky eyes with a lot of shimmer and glitter. But I used to really like the unblended eyeshadow look for some reason. I thought that suited my eye shape better. And for the bottom lash line, I'll take the mixture of these two that I just used as my base eyeshadows. I've been applying the eyeshadow on the bottom lash line quite thick. And then I want to curl the lashes and do the mascara and see what I want to do with the rest of the eye makeup. So I'll take the Laneige curler. The lashes are curled and I'm going to take my favorite VT mascara fixer, which I literally cannot do my makeup without recently. I love how skinny the brush is because you can really get into all the lashes. And then I'll be taking my current favorite mascara, which is the Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara in Volume Curling by Clio. Just like the VT mascara primer, I love how skinny the brush is, so you can really get into the roots without it touching the eyelids. And also it's just really good at holding the curl throughout the day and giving it extra volume and length, which I love. I used to always do the eyeliner first and then the mascara for like, I don't know, past 5 years that I've been doing my makeup. For some reason, now it's a lot easier for me to do the mascara first and then the eyeliner. I think it's because I only kind of do the wings and not the inner part. And then I'm gonna tightline and do the wings using the 동공민 pen liner by 조성아 22. And this is the brown shade. I also used to always do the tight liner with either a pencil liner or like a gel liner, but I just find pen liners to be a lot easier and quicker and just more precise, and it doesn't really budge as much, I feel like. And then I want to do the wings pretty thick today. And I'm going to clean up using the concealer brush. And then going back to the palette, I'll grab this shade to go over the liner. And then I'll take a mixture of these two on the bottom lash line as well. And then I want to take this, which I haven't used in such a long time. It's the Stila Wanderlust. And I haven't used this kind of liquid glitter eyeshadow in such a long time, but I was kind of feeling it today, so I'll grab that with a tiny brush like this. This is the Two Labs 220 brush. And I'll grab the product to make the egg cell, which is like the puffy area of the bottom lash line, look puffier, if you know what I mean. Wow. I don't know, I'm like feeling this kind of glittery eye makeup look today for some reason. I forgot how good these Stila liquid glitters are. And I'll take these two shades to go under that glitter to make this area even sort of puffier, which apparently makes you look younger. It looks like as if I'm trying to make myself look younger just because I turned 27. It's not like that, because I've always wanted to be older, like quicker. And then I'm going to apply this Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Kajal in number 5 Nude, which is like a nude pencil in the waterline, bottom waterline. Coming back to the face, I need to clean the skin a little bit because of the glittery eyeshadows. I'll grab the brush I used earlier to kind of get rid of the glitters, and then I'll contour using the contour I used on my brows earlier. And I'll take this shade once again with this Real Techniques B04 brush, which is quite fluffy but it's super soft, so it's really good at doing like a soft contour. And I'll take all of the shades with the Filimili 851 brush, which I find it to work amazingly as a dual shading brush, because it looks like as if you've pinched the brush like that. So it's really good at like packing the color and then blending it out like that. So I've been obsessed with this brush, packing it on and then blending it out. And as for the blush, I want to take Nude Peach again. This has been my go-to blush color for a couple of months now. And I'll take that with this Zoeva 111 brush, which is quite flat too. And I think this blush is so wearable. Matches my t-shirt really well too. And I think I want to add a bit more of this peach splash in the very center using this the Two Lab 157 brush, which is just perfect to apply small amount of blush exactly where you want it. And I'll add a bit more of this in the crease to match the blush a bit more. As for the lips, I have two options. Option number 1 is the Grwm On Zero Velvet Tint in number 2 Joyful. I want to wear like an orangey red lip today because the dress I'm planning to wear tonight has like a tint of red in the pattern. So this is Joyful, which is like a muted down orange. Then I also have this Peri Pera Ink Matte Blur Tint in number 9, Thrilling Red, which I think would be more sort of a red colour, yeah. I think I want to take the Peri Pera one because it's a tiny bit more red and less orange. Before I take this, I actually want to give my lips like a light stain so that when this rubs off when I'm eating and drinking, it doesn't leave that sort of awkward lip line around the edges. So I'll take this Rouge Dior Ink Lip Liner in 777. This is basically like a lip stain in a felt tip pen form. And I've used this quite a lot, so you can't really see that well. I'm taking this to line the lips and also giving it like a subtle stain. And then I'll grab the Peri Pera Ink Matte Blur Tint, which I really like. And I'm gonna get rid of the excess product and then apply it really thinly. And I'll get a tiny bit more just for the center of the lips. I think that's it with the makeup. I'll just quickly get dressed and be right back to do the hair. So I am back with the dress I wanted to wear tonight, which I got it as a gift from my friend, and it's by a brand called Soft Symbol, and I think I want to loosely curl my hair today. So I'll take the Tresemme curling tong, which I always use, to give my hair like big loose curls. I think I've just spent too much time doing my makeup, so I really don't have time to do my hair, which happens to me all the time. I don't actually remember when was the last time I filmed a Get Ready With Me on my birthday. It could have probably been like 3-4 years ago, so I feel like I've changed a lot during that period of time. I don't think I was married then. Speaking of my birthday, my husband and I are really bad at buying gifts for other people. So we just don't do gifts on each other's birthdays and like on Christmas days. We just find it really stressful to find the right gift for someone. So that's why we just do like a fancy dinner, which works for me because I love a good yummy meal. I don't even remember when was the last time I wore this kind of bright orange red lip. I used to love this kind of colour, like the Bourjois Hot Pepper. Oh my god, I don't even have one now because it's so old, I threw it away. But I used to be obsessed with that lip colour. So the hair's all curled now, and I'm just gonna give it a good brush because I want the curls to be really loose. And I want to kind of put my hair back, like pinned back. I recently bought like a bunch of these hair pins, and I don't think this really goes with the look today, so I'll save that for later. And from here, I think I want to take these two, and I'll pin the hair back on each side, I think. I'm gonna be wearing these dainty initial earrings, which I think is so cute. I thought I will wear these today. And I think I want to carry this J.W. Anderson bright red orangey bag to match the makeup and the dress. So I think that sums up today's Get Ready With Me. I literally have to run out the door to get on my Uber to the train station, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did kind of have fun filming it because it sort of reminds me of the old makeup look I was obsessed with like 4 or 5 years ago. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for tuning in till the very end, and I'll see you guys all again in my next one. Bye!